All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers living worldwide in truth and in sincerity, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. This your brother Dawada, coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, is edifying. And brother had made a post, all right, regarding uh, the article that you see before you. All right, it reads: Congress admits UFOs not man-made, says threats increasing exponentially. All right, and there's nothing more than Yahawashi making his words known. Then Yahawashi say you should be seeing signs in the sun. Let's get that, and in the moon, and upon earth the stress of nations. Yeah, let's get it. Let's go to the book of Luke. And that's what we're seeing. And these people are in fear just from their statement, exponentially threats, right? This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. And verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Yeah, these chariots, man, right? And upon the earth, distress of nations. And these nations are in distress, right? They talking about a food shortage, droughts, water shortage, power not being able to be generated by these certain hydroelectric plants. These people are in distress, right? With perplexity, and we often go into that word perplexity, all right, goes into scarcity, and it goes into being without resources, man. Okay? It says the sea and the waves roaring, which is a metaphor of what? These people are again in an uproar, right? It says men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, which are what? The chariots, all right, and the ICBM missiles. They're in fear, man. We read it in the article. We'll go back to it. It says, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken with what? Those ICBM missiles. But their hearts, their mind are filling them with fear, man. It says Congress admits UFOs not man-made, says threats increasingly exponentially. You see that? Increasingly exponentially. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So you remember that video of what they call a tic-tac UFO? All right, that's what Zechariah, the prophet Zechariah, seen. Essentially a tic-tac UFO, man. It says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. See, for every one that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Right? I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Who was the thief? Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man. It shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and it shall, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. See? So the Lord is going to send Those ICBM missiles are accompanied with the chariots are accompanied with the ICBM missiles to pelt America and hit it with concentrated laser fire, man. At the same time, all of this is happening. The Lord is saving his elect, man. All right, he's calling them up in the chariots. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Matthew chapter 24, one of my favorite scriptures. All right, what entails destruction and deliverance, right? Matthew 24:31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. See that? From the four winds, from one end of heaven to another. See? These chariots that they saying is an exponential threat. It's a threat to them, man. Why? Because they are the house of the thief. They are the wicked that Yahawashi is going to come back and punish. Psalms 68:17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord, Yahawashi, is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. See? So it's chariots all over the place. You had chariot sightings in Brazil, in Venezuela, in Pakistan and Iran, all right, in the United States. Is the Lord is making these things manifest in the last days, all right? But again, they're 20,000. Hey man, they ain't maybe do nothing against it, but against the chariots of Yahweh Shah. You see, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 11. It reads, "And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them." Yeah, we were quickened. We were made alive. We were made to understand these things, right? It says, "And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them." Yeah, man, these people are in fear, man. All right? Us coming back to our power, they know. Okay? You can go read the book of Judith, chapter 5, where the nations knew if we had no iniquity in our nation, that the Lord was going to fight for us. So they knew. Matter of fact, let's just go get it. Right? Yeah, let's go get it. Let's go to the book of Judith, and we'll go back. They know the Lord's going to fight for us, man. And that's why they say increasingly exponential threat, man. You see that? Hey, call all your how about Yahawashi. We almost home, you know? Yep. Judith chapter 5 and verse 17. "And whence they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power, or the Most High, Yahweh Shah, that hate of iniquity was with them." See? But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, see that? The law, statutes, commandments were only given to the Israelites. See that? The way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And we're in the land of our captivity now, right? And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies, right? And that's what happened. That's the history that happened to us, man. We were taken by our enemies, right? But now, see that? But now, and hey, now is now. That what happened back then, but guess what? It's happening again. It says, "But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem," which is the people before the place, "where their sanctuary is." This is a spiritual temple being built, right? "And are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate." So this happened at a time, but guess what is happening through the spirit now, man? All right, and these nations are in fear. You see that? Let's go back. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 11. Satan. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. See, we were made alive, we were quickened, right? And they stood upon their feet. Those bones, right? Those bones got joined to bones, sinews to sinews, right? Ezekiel 37, right? And now we're erect, man. We're standing upright, okay? It says, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, right? And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Yeah, come up in those chairs, Kwame Yasharala, right? And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them, right? What is that, Psalms 91? Only with thy eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, right? And the same hour there was a great earthquake, right? Those ICBM missiles were hidden, all right? At the same time, Yahawashi was zapping and delivering, man, right? It says, and the 10th part of the city fell. Yeah, look it up. Go look it up. We've looked it up. All right. America is divided into 10 FEMA zones. All right. Labeled with what? Roman numerals. Okay. It says, and the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Yeah, a complete number of men were put to death. Right. And the remnant were afraid, yeah, because it's going to be, what's going to say, the righteous is going to scarcely be saved, and the remnant were afraid. Let's get that. Let's go ahead and get that. We'll come back. Is it 1 Peter 4:17? Yeah, the remnant is scarcely going to be saved. See that? Yep, we'll start at 17. 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel? So judgment is going to begin on the people who know you're an Israelite, man. All right, that's where the judgment is going to begin. You see, it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, they were afraid. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? See that? Well, we're reading where they're going to appear. They're going to be in that thermonuclear fire because the remnant were frightened. Why was the remnant frightened? Because they were scarcely saved. Let's read Revelations 11 and 13 again. And the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were afraid and gave glory to the power of heaven. See? It says, the second woe is past, right? Behold, the third woe cometh quickly, and that's going to be the culmination of the plans of Yahawashi. All right, having that third woe, all right, which is World War III, Armageddon. All right, take this place out. America, Babylon the Great, but wickedness proceeds through the planet Earth. But again, these UFOs are an exponential threat to them, man. Why? Because those are going to be the salvation of the elect, all right, and the destruction, all right, of Babylon the Great, along with those missiles. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. What are those chambers? Those chariots. And shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed, right? I want to look up a couple words here. Let's get this word indignation, right? Strong's H 2195. It says anger, indignation. Let's go into the Strong's definition. It says strictly froth at the mouth, i.e., figuratively, fury, especially of the Most High's displeasure with sin. See that? Most High's, Yahawashi, righteous anger. See? Now, let's get this word overpass, right? Until the Lord's righteous anger be overpassed, his wrath, right? Strong's H, Strong's H, 5674 for that word overpass. Before we go to the Strong's definition, let's see. In the Bible, usually says to pass over or by or through. Oh, scriptures say defending. Hey, where is that? As birds flying. Yeah, as birds flying. Let's get that real quick. Because it says to pass over. Right? Real quick. Yep, Isaiah 31 and 5. Let's open it up. Okay. Isaiah 31 and verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem with what? The chariots. See? Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. See? Passing over he will preserve it. Let's go back. It says to pass over for this word overpass, right? To pass over or by or through. It says let's drop down. To pass over, pass beyond, pass through. Right? Let's see what else we can get in here. That was pretty much the point. All right, we got to be lifted up in those chairs, man. All right, to escape the danger that is set to come upon the planet Earth. Again, it says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." See? For behold, the Lord, Yahawashi, cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. See that? We gotta be in those chairs, man, to get out of this danger that is set to come on the planet Earth, namely here in America and various places around the world. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord, Yahawah bahasham, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. See that? Let's go into this word. Right? Tower. It says the name of the Lord, Yahawah bahasham, is a strong tower. The righteous, right? The elect is going to run into it and is safe. It says tower, elevated stage. See that? Elevated stage, pulpit, raised bed. See? Raised bed. We're going to be up in those chairs at rest, man. While everybody else is being destroyed. All right? That's what our hope is. You see? That's what we're looking forward to. Okay? Because the only escape is going to be by area escape. Okay? That's why you have now, they're admitting that these are not man-made. Why all of a sudden you admit now these are not man-made, right? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand, see that? Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Isn't that what we're seeing now, man? All right? Starting with our apostles and our elders and their elders, okay? Standing upon their feet, and we've entered into their labor, right? When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear. When they see what? Us standing, right? In those chariots, right? When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. See? Going up in those chairs as those ICBM missiles coming down. so far beyond all that they look for. See that? All that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish in spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Yeah, man. That niggas, yeah, man, I see you on the corner, right, with those Muslims. Nah, nigga. That's a proverb of reproach, though. But you're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. See? We fools, see that? We fools are counting his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints, see? And that's what it's eventually going to be, man. Being lifted up in those chairs, all right, while those ICBM missiles coming down. So, yeah, the Congress is now admitting that UFOs, not man-made, says threats increasingly exponentially. See? With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders, great millstone. Lord willing, coming at you with another lesson. Till the next time I say shalom, DTA, and a Bob soon.